All right, look, so we're all over here at the farm. It's like midday. Me and Penna just got here. All the dogs are here waiting for us. Bung Bung's having a drink of water. So today's the 15th of November. That's 1 year since I've came to Thailand. So yeah, 1 year ago today I was arriving in Bangkok and starting my 2 weeks of quarantine. Well, if you look back at the videos, you can see that when I finished the quarantine and I came down here, we arrived at the farm around the end of November, and we arrived to like quite a big flood going on here. So we're fingers crossed that we don't get such a flood this year, but obviously we're not sure we're over the rain season yet. So it's been dry for a couple of days, but the week before that it was really raining quite a lot, and we had maybe a 24-hour period where it just was non-stop rain, and we did have a bit of flooding here and there. So you can see the pond's pretty full. Last year it overflowed. We had like fish swimming around over there and around over there, but this year it has, well, it's almost, but it has, all the water has stayed in here. There's Pen over there. I don't know what she's doing. In the cupboards looking for something. Oh, dogs are coming. Bung Bung's coming with me. Right, so there's different sections in the farm. It's the front corner down there. That's on a bit of a bump, and generally speaking, it doesn't flood. This section here can flood a bit around the pond, and then it slopes upwards slightly. So these trees are okay, but down the back it's much flatter, and it's a little bit of a bowl in places, and we do have flooding problems down here, and we probably will have to sort them out at some point. So at the moment, the trees, they're up on these little bumps. Most of the bumps are about say 1.5 foot to 2 foot tall, and while the trees are this sort of size, their roots exist mostly inside of this bump. So maybe the roots come out about as far as the branches, but obviously as the trees get bigger, the branches are out here, so too the roots will be out here. So you can see here there's some water, still some flood waters around. So in the middle where there's dips, we do get some standing water, and well, in the rain season it can be sitting there for, you know, a good couple of weeks, and in the future that could cause problems once our tree roots, you know, get to this kind of area. So we do have to do something about this. So around here as well, there's all standing water. It's a few inches deep, and long term we've got to sort this out before these trees get to here. We're not exactly sure what we're going to do yet. We might dig a couple of small ponds here or something. Along the edge we do have a channel dug. You can see that's all full of water, and then we could expand this channel, make it deeper, make it wider, just give more places for the water to get from here to anywhere else basically. So that stuff that's going on down there, digging that channel and all that, that's for when the trees are bigger. That's a problem to deal with maybe next year or the year after. But this pond could flood, well, if it rains again it could flood tomorrow, so you never know. It's not the end of the world, but I don't know what they're all screaming about over there. Dogs are mucking about. Anyway, everyone's in a good mood because the sun has come out. It's much nicer today. There are still a lot of clouds around, but it's just much nicer than it has been. So obviously from the pond we've already got a pump installed, and then a watering system that sends the water out into the farm. So the watering system terminates down here. So what I was doing recently is I've been digging this up, and then, well, just basically making an open end there. Well, I'm going to put a tap on that so I can shut it, but to just flood the water out down here into this canal area. So there's a long pipe running along underground here. There's 5 rows of trees, so there's 5 pipes running along underground. I've opened one of them. It's not quite working as expected. It hasn't dropped the pressure enough. So when I turn the pump on up here, yeah, loads of water's flooding out here, fantastic, but there's still reasonably high pressure up in that other side, and so water is still spraying onto the trees. So what I'm going to try and do is open a second one here, and hopefully that between these two will drop the pressure enough to just let the water flood out here and not having it all splashing all over the trees up there. It's just got to be a bit of trial and error, see how we go. All the trees do have individual like stop taps though, so that's an option. I was just saying you can order the tiles now if you want, because they sent the email, so it's all ready, okay? So yeah, they had a sale at the vitamin shop this last week, so we bought the vitamins for this month a little bit early. So another week or so till the grass cutters come, and once they cut all that grass nice and short, I'll distribute this all around the farm. The electric people have been here today. They've run a bit of cable from here, goes under the garage to up there on the wall. We can see it sticking out there, so there's a small amount of progress has been made. It's all happening pretty slow. So that's that. There's going to be like a shut off switch so you can like isolate the house there. It's left it sticking out a little bit too far, but maybe I'm nitpicking over that, but I would have rather that sort of flush to the wall there. There's always something. So see, this one here, they did it a little bit neater. It's tucked in a little bit more. Maybe I'm being too fussy, but that one down there is sticking out a bit much. Gorgie's getting a shower. Is there any special reason why Gorgie's getting a shower? She can't hear me because that thing's really noisy when you're next to it. I don't know why Gorgie's getting a shower, but he is. So just go and let Bung Bung in. Bung Bung, come on. Come on, in. Come on. Get the water, come on. Looks all wet anyway, it's been in the canal. Come on. Quickly. Come on, Bung Bung, it's hot. So yeah, all the dogs like the little stream. So everyone's having a good time. It's nice to make a change from all the rain that we've been having recently. We've all been a bit miserable, and we've all been a little bit cooped up in the hotel and hiding from the rain, and dogs have been getting all messy all the time. Well, they don't mind obviously, but you know, it makes a mess in the room. Okay, so this is what I've been up to. Been digging all this out and sort of exposing the end of the pipe there so we can sort of flood the water out down there. So now I've got two ends exposed. So there's another one there that I did the other day. So this part of the watering system here, I think it has 6 spurs. So my idea is that by just releasing the pressure, well, I tried with one, it wasn't enough. I'm hoping now I've got 2 sort of leaking ends over there that it's enough to depressurize the other 4 areas, so I can flood that without spraying the trees at the same time. So let's go and test it. I don't think it's going to be quite enough, but you never know. Right, so that's switched on. So look, I've still got a bit of pressure here. So yeah, not quite right yet. I'm going to try sort of shutting off all these valves. There's 2 pipes empty in here. Going to send all the flood to here, fill all this up with water, but it doesn't matter here so much. You know, it's away from the trees here, so it's okay. So yeah, we've been round and we sort of shut all the taps on the sprinklers that were spraying the trees, and hopefully, yeah. So just there's a little bit still on a few of them, but I'll ignore that for now. I think that's a success, maybe. So I can leave it on for an hour or 2 and empty a bit of water out of the pond just in case it does have another downpour. You never know. Looks like Pen's taking the dogs for a walk. That's what she normally does around this sort of time, before they all get their dinner and get cleaned up and then thrown in the car. They've been out for a bit of a run. Got to keep an eye on them though, you know. Go after the chickens. Yeah, this new dog likes the chickens as well, so they sort of encourage each other, and pair of bastards, you know. Come on, go in now, get the water, go on, go home. Go on, Gorgie, go on. He's just had a bath, now he's all covered in mud again, he's got to have his feet washed again.